Here we have a new 2025 Toyota Tundra Crew Max. This one comes in the platinum trim level in Lunar Rock, and then we have black leather trimmed interior. The powertrain consists of a 3.4-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now as we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with our LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. And I love the look on this Platinum, specifically with this one having the TRD off-road package as well. It's just a really, really nice build in my opinion. These wheels are going to be 20-inch alloy. We get passive keyless entry on the front, and then one-touch up and down windows on all four doors, power door lock controls, rear window lock, power mirror controls. We also have power folding mirrors that do have blind spot monitors in them. And I apologize that wind noise is coming through, but memory seat function. And then things over here like the heated steering wheel, auto high beams, auto stop toggle, parking sensors, etc. We get a power tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then our hood release right here. Love the pedals. But here we have our power driver seat, four-way power lumbar support and power thigh support there. And I just really like this Lunar Rock, how it pairs with this black leather, especially with having the blue accents in the leather itself. It's just a really nice look here on this Platinum. But I want to give a huge shout out to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But huge plus having the rear blinds in the back. Child locks are here. And it looks like we're gonna have tons of space, so I'm gonna try and show you the space underneath the seat if I can get it up. So storage there is really good. And then hopping back here, I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. Great space. Seat back pockets are on both sides. Heated and cooled 3-stage seats back here for the outboard seats, and then USB-A, USB-C charge port, and a 120-volt 3-prong household plug-in there. Rear AC vents are on the sides, bottle holders in the middle, and then this seat does fold down for 2 more bottle holders. And then here we have the sunroof. That's with the sunshade back. And then a pretty sturdy hook if you need to hang your uniform back here. And I just really like this truck from a practical standpoint, and even just the power output of the powertrain. It is, everything makes sense on this. Probably one of the, other than reliability with this 3.4, we're not sure of, just with the powertrain in general, since they got rid of the 5.7 V8 and the 6-speed automatic. It's, everything here competes with everything else on the market right now, I think. Now those lights don't flash like that. They're just dancing because of how my camera's picking them up, but LED tail lamps are there. Tow hitch integrated there. There's your spare tire. And we do get a power tailgate, which I love. 120 volt. So that is a must for me. That's why I love it on the Silverados, but definitely love it on this Tundra here. Front passenger seat, power adjustability and 4-way power lumbar support here. Lockable glove compartment with the owner's manuals there. And then to the window sticker, y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. But they're all your standard features. They're your options, including that TRD off-road package, and then the tow tech package as well. But this sticker's for $73,642. And again, for what you get here, other than, again, not knowing the future of the reliability of this engine, I mean, it all competes with Ford, Chevy, Nissan. But there's that 3.4 twin turbo V6. Let me show off the turn signals. So LED lights, again, top to bottom here. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So leather wrap steering wheel here. Again, you can heat that down there. There's the horn. Now over here to the screen, this is a 14-inch infotainment system. And we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth. And then we do get the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility as well. But the graphics on the screen itself looks very good. You can activate that navigation subscription if you want to. Vehicle settings, and then the general settings, language and units can be changed there, date, time, Wi-Fi, hotspot, all of that. And for the backup camera, the guidelines do follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You get that bird's eye view, front camera, curbside camera. And then with this one having the off-road package, we're able to see kind of the pitch and roll and everything as we're going up and down terrain. And there's just a lot that you can see. Even have a bed view camera too. Now down here, dual zone automatic climate controls with 3-stage heated cool front seats. Fan speed can be adjusted, temperature, auto mode, sync. And then you have a big power knob there. You can click to turn the audio off. And then a USB-A port there. Now you hit this button. That's your trailer backup guide. So you can save a trailer to that if you so choose. Hit this button, this pulls up your 360 view, traction control, hazards, rear differential lock, and then you can activate that power tailgate from right there. Your electronic parking brake, you pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage. Auto brake hold there. And then for the shifter, grab this button, reverse neutral drive, come over here, and you can manually shift. Now your drive modes, you get a bunch of them. So when you're in the drive mode setting here, you get sport, normal, eco, and then the tow haul mode there, you get your tow, tow plus, and then when you're in 4-wheel drive, you get a bunch of other options there. And speaking of which, pretty easy to just throw it in the 4-wheel drive. You have 4 high and then 4 low. You want to put that into neutral to activate that. Bottle holders are here. Wireless charging pad there. Center console cubby space. You have the sliding tray, and you can grab either side here. There's a button, and then that exposes the full cubby space with a USB-A, USB-C charge port, change drawers, which I really like. And then up here, this is for the roof, the lights. Probably works better in the dark, but it's a nice option to have. So that's a one-touch slide there. And while that's sliding back, we do get that power sliding rear window. Drops the whole window all the way down. And again, hit it a second time, goes all the way behind that glass. So a nice opening. There's a vanity mirror. There is the rear camera mirror. Garage door transmitters there. Behind the steering wheel on the left side, blinkers, high beams there, flash, fog lights, and the low beams can be set to auto there. And on this side, we do have automatic wipers. So one time off, auto, low, high. We can adjust that auto sensitivity here. Pull up for the front fluid. Over here, right side of the steering wheel, hit this mode button to go through your audio sources, your track list or radio station presets, depending on what source you're in. It can be toggled here. You get that driving support system, so you can just turn that on, radar cruise, lane keeping system, then you can set that to lane centering in the settings, and then you can adjust the gap there, set the speed, cancel. And then volume controls, voice recognition. You can go through your left side of the gauge cluster here, going through the submenus and then toggling the submenus using these arrows. So I want to make that lane center on. But I mean, a lot that you get with this truck. Again, trailer brake controller, push button start, Finally, here's the key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Toyota Tundra Platinum out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Tundra here, this powertrain is so powerful. Just the way that it pulls is fantastic. I even like it better than the twin turbo V6 in the F-150. Now, obviously not the Raptor, but just the standard one that you can get across the board. This one just feels better, even though it's a smaller displacement. This is a 3.4 as opposed to that 3.5 in the Fords. But the I-Force system is just really neat in these, just having that turbo, or having those turbos put in that kind of work. The torque numbers on this engine are absolutely crazy. But it's just an easy truck to drive. I mean, it's huge and it feels big. Like, I used to have a 2007 Tundra and it feels like that when I'm behind the wheel, but it doesn't handle like that. This handles like it's a smaller pickup truck. And I'd say it handles like it's in between a mid-sized Tacoma and what I would expect from a full-size Tundra. It just feels more nimble, feels more agile, feels more sturdy, but then it also feels more comfortable. And I love having the different drive modes here. So the normal mode is great. The sport mode is just nuts. And then the eco mode is honestly about what you can use 95% of the time. But mostly you want to use that cruising down the interstate. But this thing's definitely capable, even though we're getting rid of the 5.7 V8 and we're going to these twin turbo V6s, these turbo 4-cylinders. These engines are just as capable, if not more capable, with how they are being produced. So this twin turbo V6 still tows a ton. I mean, several tons, but it's very, very durable in that sense. Now the visibility from the driver's seat, it's pretty good for a pickup truck. I can see the hood just a little bit. It's not necessarily slanted straight down, but I mean, it's what you'd expect from a truck like this. Now having the blind spot monitors is a big plus. These A-pillars here are relatively big, but it's a big pickup truck, so it's not really an issue for me. It's not hard to just kind of see around them. And then for the back, I mean, you have the rear camera mirror, you have the backup camera. And then if you tint the back window, you can slide that mug down if you need to. But the Tundra, and I said this in the walk around portion, I just feel like from a feature standpoint, the Tundra's always slept on for what you get. You have the trailer backup guide, you get that full sliding rear window. Power tailgate on this one, which is a big plus. And then having the bed camera, the rear view, or the rear camera mirror, everything that comes with this truck. And to still be under 74 grand in a Platinum, I think it's pretty impressive. And you know, I see in my comments all the time that, you know, this engine is this and it's trash and it's gonna blow up after 10 miles and all of that. I have not experienced that. I've even had these at some of the stores be traded in with 35, 40,000 miles and they're sold again. So I have not seen that happen, but to those of you that are saying that's happened, especially if it's happened to you personally, sorry to hear that. But that's why powertrain warranties are so important. So especially places like John Roberts Toyota that offers a lifetime powertrain warranty, I highly recommend getting that, especially for these newer turbocharged engines that we're getting in pickup trucks, and then even the supercharged engines that you can get in some cars or like the Escalade V or something like that. Just having that lifetime powertrain warranty it makes sense, especially when it's included in the purchase price. Now we're gonna give it a pull getting on the interstate here momentarily. Not gonna floor it, but I am gonna push it. Gonna give myself a little bit of space here. Luckily I can see with this rear camera mirror. Make sure no one's behind me, especially since this truck is smoking ahead of me. Here we go. What that guy's doing over there, but yeah, the pull is fantastic here, absolutely great, and with almost 500 pound-feet of torque, that's what I would expect. So with this safety sense system here, I do get the adaptive cruise and the lane centering, which is nice. When it's windy out, it almost tricks you, and especially when you first get it going and it tries to find the lines, but doing a great job just keeping everything going. I would like to give one more thanks to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Overall, I mean, for under 75 grand, you get so much here. You get this full-size pickup, a very fun powertrain. Now, I don't tow or haul a lot, so in terms of how it works, I can't really speak on that. All I can speak on is just the numbers that the manufacturer gives, but from a fun aspect, I love this engine, I love this transmission, I love the drive modes. It's just a fun truck to get behind the wheel of. And then again, in this Platinum, even going up to the 1794 edition, everything that's included here, from the roof to this one having the off-road package, it's ready to go, and it's ready to put a smile on your face, honestly, because it's off-road capable, it's fast, it's fun, it's luxurious, and it just it's a good looking truck, inside and out. And especially if you want to have the best of the best, comparing this to maybe like a F-150 Platinum, the Silverado, probably LTZ to High Country. I think this can go toe to toe with all of those. But again, for a pickup truck, checks all the boxes in terms of luxury, the features, and again, the fun factor. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Toyota Tundra Platinum.